Well, I think, but maybe like the last part, because I want like when we talk about stuff with kids too, I always this is why I try to defer to you as much as I can, because I don't have kids and I'm trying to not be one of these people that acts like I know when I don't know because I don't have kids. I feel like I have a sense, but this is why I like tossing it over to you. The last comment I wanted to finish on is him saying that he wants his kids to be able to play high school when the time comes, assuming they still enjoy it. But then he said it's hard to watch these 5 to 7 year olds on travel teams and not want your children to be that good. It makes you want to join the arms race, even though I know it's not healthy or right for the kids at such a young age. So my last question or ask of you would be like thoughts on that idea of like it's the keep up with the Joneses thing.
Yeah,
You
it's a
know,
great question.
what do you what would you say on trying just maybe I don't know if even phrasing it as resisting that is the right way of putting it or whatever. Cause like there could be moments where it's like, yeah, everyone's doing this thing that might be a little excessive, but I feel like doing it this time, like whatever. Right. So like, what are your maybe closing thoughts on that kind of
I think
topic?
it's just unrealistic. Like I've got my kid, and you know what is for my kids. So my thing is when you're raising your kids, it's like it's so easy to look at what you don't have. This is what I always say to people. I can't tell you what to do anymore because most people don't listen. You're going to look at your kid, and because it's a sport, you see other people maybe doing well and doing all these other things. You feel like you're not doing enough for your kid, and at the end of the day, you're most likely going to end up in the same place. And I know that doesn't feel comforting, or it's like maybe it's negative or obvious. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's like if your kids really want to play hockey, whether and I'm not even talking about being a pro, talking about just getting better at hockey. If they love hockey, they love hockey, and they'll find a way to get better. And if they're just not talented, then they're just not talented. You can't get upset about it, right? But the thing is, it's a really hard game to play. And if you're really, the better you are, the more you're going to question whether you can get to that next level. Because when you look at coming from, midget to junior, people don't understand how hard junior is. And I'm not saying it's impossibly hard, but it's like you have to be a really good hockey player, number one. Then you have to be willing to learn the game, then you have to be willing to have the discipline to stay focused and actually get better and improve and work out and say no to things and all these different things. So those things are hard. And if you can do that, and then it's like the disappointment if you don't get drafted to the level that you to the as high as you wanted to, or if you don't get drafted in the NHL, what do you quit or do you keep going? Is that roadblock enough to shut you down, or does it motivate you, or can you flush it out? All these things add up. Like, and then you'll look and say, can I actually get to that level? You'll question it. If you fight people, right? And you're pretty tough in junior. Like, can you do that in the NHL? And you'll question that. It'll go through your head like, oh, that's a big boy. He's 240, or that's a big, heavy guy. Oh, he's fought 300 times. That's right. Or if you're going to one-on-ones, corners, and all these different things, so you'll test yourself. So you have to really want to be. You have to really want it, and you have to really be willing to work, and you have to have a base level of talent. So as a mom and dad, I always say, be careful what you wish for, because it's not always what you want. And I have one of the parents on Charlie's team that told me that. He goes, I heard you say that once. And he goes, since I've been in the OHL, or small experience, like after 1 year, he goes, wow, is that true? Be careful what you wish for. He goes, all these things that I wanted for my kid, because I thought he loved hockey, and he does. He goes, just doesn't work out the way you want it. I go, no. Like, no, like, be careful what you wish for as a parent. Is like, if your kid happens to be good enough, like really good, I'm not talking getting to high school, but I'm talking really good, then there's a really good chance at 15, 16, and 17, he's gone. He's out of your house. Is that what you wish for? Because that's a regret. Not a regret, but it's a thing in my heart that I have that's very, it just oozes out of me, is like, I feel like just being a dad for a couple more years would have been good for me, but it was necessary for him to move away. But that's like, there's a part of me that I go, man, I let my kid go move away at 15 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like I missed out on things.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if I'm getting your message out of that correctly, talking about trying to keep up with other people are doing, the arms race, so to speak. The two things I pulled out of that you're saying is just kind of like appreciate like your kids for what they are, what they have, what they can do, and you know, you don't have that much control over it, and so you can feel more impactful when they're younger because it's a small pool, you know. So if you try to do this extra thing and this extra thing and this extra thing, you could get ahead of the people maybe around you a little bit.
Yeah, you
But
can
over time,
if you're
like,
good enough. Yeah.
but over time, it's like that stuff will go away. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of people out there doing stuff, you know. So I feel like that's kind of good advice to finish on.